Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing out there in FPV land, YouTube, dumb, and whatever else is going on out there? It's Saturday, and no, it's Sunday. Jeez, my days are all messed up. Thank you all for coming out today. Glad you could make it. My name is Dan. This is Tweet FPV. My camera has some weird stuff going on with it. There we go. All right. Nothing you guys could see. It's just covered with all sorts of funny characters that I don't recognize. Oh boy. Going over to the chat here. Live chat. Why do you do this to me, YouTube? You suck. All right. I don't know who was first. I don't remember, but thank you for coming out today. Speedy Turtle, how you doing today in the live chat over on the YouTube? Morton Upshot. I just kicked the desk. Everything shakes. It's an uplift desk. Everything's attached to it. It's definitely over its max weight, and she gets a little wobbly. Morton Upshot, how you doing this morning? House FPV, thank you so much for being here today. Talking some tech stuff with him the last couple days. I'll definitely be bugging you some more, I'm sure of that. Brian Huff, good morning. Steady Eddie says, you guys are quick. Morning, everybody. Tweet any thoughts on the possibility to put ELRS into a Radiomaster T8 Pro? Or should I just grab a new Zorro and some 1200 milliamp 18300 batteries for it? 18300, 18350, something like that. I don't remember which ones it takes. Let's see, refresh my memory. What the heck a Radiomaster T8 looks like. Can't remember everything, guys. Radiomaster T8. You probably could. You probably could, but this radio isn't the best built radio. I would probably go with a Zorro or the upcoming iFlight Commando 8. Let's see. Yep, I could never spell it right the first time. Here be the Commando 8. These are both still on pre-order, just for a heads up there if you guys are looking for something to get soon. These are pre-order. Commando 8 looks a little bit like the T Pro, just a little more, I don't know, blocky looking, if you will. Kind of looks like something you'd see in Halo. At least it does to me. And here is the Zorro. I don't really know which one I'm going to prefer out of the two of them. I kind of want to say the Zorro, but this grip distance, like this looks like the same shell as the T8. Looks like they're repurposing it. So I'm not really sure. This is probably going to be a better radio, but you never know until they actually get here and we start tearing them apart and seeing how the fudge was made, or how the donuts were made. It's hard to say. A bunch of these radios, from what I'm understanding, they are delayed a bit just because of this being inside. They're kind of dealing with the firmware things, and I don't know if that's 100% correct, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Lawbart, welcome to the live stream. Thanks a lot for coming out today. Really appreciate it. Mike Bergman in the live stream. Thank you. Music seems a little loud today. At least it does in my headset. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It's hard to tell what I hear versus what you guys hear. Man, Robbie Store, thank you so much for coming out. I don't know if it's night or day where you're at, but good morning, good night, good evening, whatever. I know it's definitely not morning time where you're at. Dan636 in the chat. Good morning. Borked, how you doing this morning? I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Rick Zapata in the live stream. Rick started doing giveaways over on his Discord. I believe they're going to be monthly, and to get in on those, head over to his Patreon. Rick, go ahead and slap that sucker in the chat box there, my friend. Did his first giveaway, went really well. A couple really nice items. Some new people got some new stuff. Really looking forward to more of those. We're doing ultra low latency chat today. I'm not sure how low latency is, but the last time I did this, I think it caused the stream to be delayed on your guys, like to buffer a lot. If you guys are seeing that, let me know. I'm not always monitoring what's going on with the live stream preview over here, like I'm seeing. Whoa, OBS, what you doing? Well, anyways, live stream chat kind of looks like that there, sort of. But yeah, it looks weird. And let's see, that is that's a portrait spaced monitor, so OBS doesn't really know what the heck to do with it. And this is my main monitor here. Got my Discord here with the live stream chat. If you guys want to hit me up over there, that's one way to do it. And over here on the right, we have the YouTube live chat that I see. I also do put it right here in perpetuity, just because I have a big, I don't know why, YouTube always drops the live stream chat for my videos. So they can't drop it if it's actually in the video. If you want to get my attention over on the YouTube chat, type @tweetfev and it'll highlight in orange like this. Otherwise, I'll just assume you guys are talking with each other. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put it in there. Tech help, that's what I'm here for. We will do what we can do. I try to answer every question. If you really want your questions answered, hit that $sign at the bottom, drop a super chat, and we can go from there. And then on the right screen, as you guys already saw, this is kind of my this is what I want to show you type monitor. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at this monitor. If I'm looking over here, well, I'm looking at the stats for everything. There we go. YouTube in green. All right. Back to the old face cam. Hey, Lawrence, you want to drop that trick one more time? Stuff wasn't connected. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I know Bardwell added some diffusers to his lights and an LED strip in the background, so I'm like, you know what? That, I gotta up my game. Check that stuff out. That is user controlled. Who's the user? Well, it's all of us, but you guys too. All right. Song has good beat. Dang it, I don't know what song that was. Oh man, trying to catch up with the chat. Ah, Toxic FPV, $10 super chat. Did you guys see what just happened there when he dropped that super chat? Lights did stuff. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. I have been trying forever to make this happen, and it turns out, oh, I need to move that. I'm sorry I'm using the same OBS overlays like the last couple weeks. I am still kind of testing things with this new overlay, and it just takes forever. It takes forever to make it look right. So let's put you on top of everything, like just like dealing with the layering and all that stuff. Thanks, Lawrence. So I am using a new program called Lumia Stream. It took all the things that I wanted to do with the YouTube chat and all the smart lights and stuff, and integrated it into, I mean, it basically did everything that I was trying to do manually, and it's a free program, and it actually freaking works. It only works for certain smart bulbs, but it's a lot of them. The ones that I'm using that I like the best, or at least that seem to perform the best, are the Ye-Light bulbs. Not Yeet Light, but Ye-Light. Those seem to work the best. Yes, Philips Hue would obviously be the best. Rick, I get it. I just can't afford them, but these work really well. They change color very quickly, and they're bright, which I like. That's what's in. those guys here, the one in the corner that you can't see because of the window cut. These ones here are just some generic smart bulbs that I got from Home Depot. Unfortunately, Yeelight doesn't make anything in a candelabra base. That's what these are. So they're a little slower to react, and the colors aren't quite as vivid, but they work. So, pressing forward with the doggo treat dispenser because I know I can make it happen. I just have to make the dispenser now. I have a 1-minute cooldown period on the color change. And I've been talking to the creators of Lumia Stream. I want to make the color change an option with a super chat. Anybody can do it right now. Whatever. You guys go ham. I don't give a shit. Sorry. Go ham with it. But in the future, I want it to be like $1 super chat allows you to punch in the code to change the color, the lights. We'll see. But yeah. Still getting over the stupid cold. It's just not going away. Probably need to get on some antibiotics. Apparently, if you want to get antibiotics and not see a doctor, I hear you can go to PetSmart and go to the fish section online, and they sell amoxicillin. Just straight up amoxicillin. Over the counter. Just saying. Not that I would do something like that, but a buddy of mine told me that is a possibility. Oh, boy. So today, what do we got on the agenda? So we got to get rid of the sub 250 crate for the month of December. This was the disappointment crate with the JH EMCU F411 No XV2 flight controller. FPV crate really kind of disappointed me on this one, but hey, you know what? It is a flight controller and it does work. So a working flight controller is better than no flight controller. So we're giving that away today. FPV crate seems to have a very, very tough time sending me the 2 crates that I purchase every month. I'd say half, maybe more than half. I have to email them being like, yo, bro, you forgot the second crate again. And after this one, I have suspended my service for various reasons. One, I wasn't very happy with what was in the crate, and 2, you know, after the holidays, things are tight. So we're giving this away today on the live stream. We'll be doing that about, I don't know, let's say like 11:30. And we're also going to do a super chat giveaway. It's been a very long time since I've done that. Lawrence has been bugging the shit out of me to do one, so we're going to do one today. If you look in the YouTube poll section, I don't know what it looks like on your end, I have a poll going. What do you guys want today? I got a set of brand new house lights. They're addressable ARM LED smart race wire type things. They are awesome. A 1S charger, a 5-inch race frame, and a Predator camera. This is going to be one of the micro flavors like this. If you guys hear a little bit of background noise, the heater's running, as it is cold in the basement. I mean, it's warmer outside than it is in the house, but whatever, it is what it is. So let me know what you guys want today. Let's see what else we got. I got a frame that I've been postponing putting together, or like fixing, for like the last couple live streams, just because I haven't gotten around to it, but it is what it is. Where on earth am I in this chat? I am all over the place now. Bork says music was fine here. Now gone. Can't hear it. All right. I turned it down too much. Let's see. Steady A says, yeah, I'm slowly switching over from Access to ELRS. Love my X9 Lite S, but looking to put together a lightweight backpack setup with a toothpick. Hike, save weight. Yes. So the saving weight and reducing bulk has been my thing with FPV for a long time. I used to travel a lot for work since the old, the great Rona explosion of 2020. I haven't done a whole lot of traveling, but it was always one of those things where I was like irritated that my radio took up a quarter of my bag and weighed a ton. And that's why I don't like the big radios like the X9D or the Jumper T16, the Radiomaster T18, things like that. I don't like those radios. They're too big and they're too much for what we do. I want a radio that is meant for what we do. The Tango 2 was perfect, but I have fallen out of love with Crossfire, as most people are right now, realizing that it is not the best option out there. There are other things that are far better than Crossfire. Mainly ExpressLRS. But, I mean, that's to be expected. That Crossfire protocol is several years old, and technology moves, and, you know, gotta get with the times. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just there's better stuff out there. It's like people bitching about how an XM Plus is a shitty receiver. I'm like, yeah, but that receiver is also like, I don't know, 7 years old. At least the technology, and it's even older than that. The form factor is probably about 6 or 7 years old. So you gotta take it in perspective. Just because you bought it new a couple days ago, I don't mean it's new technology. There's old stuff in there. Yeah. Market Zero says Zoro looks like the screen was an afterthought. The expansion battery definitely was. Yep. I agree with those two statements for sure. T-Pro General XELRS looks promising. The triggers look cool for sim battle. Yes, the T-Pro. Let's talk about the Jumper T-Pro. Couple things about the T-Pro that I do not like is the buttons on the top, like the triggers. They are momentary. They're not latching. So, like, if you want to use those for arming, it's not like it just like the Tango 2 where you click them and they stay in. It's just a momentary click, which is fine. It just means you need to learn how to do like sticky switches with OpenTX. It's super easy to do. I know Albert Kim was having issues with it, and he did some other weird stuff like I don't know, sticky switch for like a half a second. So you just hold, and then it logically locks that switch in the high position. Hold, locks it in the low position. It's really easy to do. I do prefer radio, like I prefer the way like the Mambo is set up, where one is a momentary and one is a latching. But it is what it is. But again, this T-Pro here, it is, I don't know. I think it always seems like Radio Master and Jumper make the same radio. One comes out with the first one and it's okay, and then the other company comes out with the revision of it, which is always way better. Like Jumper came out with the T18, and then the Radio Master came out with the they came out with the T16, then Radio Master came out with the T16S, which was far better radio in just about every way, comparatively. But, you know, this ain't a bad looking radio. I'm working with a guy to try to get a set of grips for it. The DJI FPV radio grips fit, I'd say 80% correctly. Got to make a few little adjustments to try to make them just right. Athix says I have to work on my holiday tomorrow, though. Athix, you are not in the... Oh, wait, I don't know where you are. Yep. Tomorrow, red letter holiday, MLK Day. No work for me. 3-day weekend. Thank you. Oh, man. Everybody's figuring out the lights. Oh, boy. Just chat jump. Toxic, finally getting on that super chat. Thank you so much. Things are doing well. Still fighting this cough off, but doing much better. One guy made lights from Stranger Things. Interesting. I don't know what lights from Stranger Things is. Athix, if you can post a picture, that'd be cool. Oh man. There's Rick's Patreon. Patreon.com/RickZ1222. You want to get on his Patreon? A lot of really good live streams every Saturday morning over on Discord, so you can get in and talk rather than having to do the whole keyboard warrior thing like you have to do here. I want to do almost like a simulcast between Discord and YouTube, but it just takes one person playing something that even sounds copyrighted to kill the whole channel. I just can't do that. House FPV, you've figured out the secret commands. Toxic 6 Norwell not awake this time, but COVID protocols. The guy that rides me to work called out because he was in contact with somebody that was positive. Yeah, we found a way to diagnose the common cold. Yeah, I can't wait for this stuff to be over. They're closing schools left and right. Teachers are, I know a lot of them are in like bad work conditions, but also, I don't know. I'm not paying that close of attention to it. I just know what's going on. What is your favorite disgusting sandwich? I don't eat disgusting sandwich. I don't eat disgusting sandwiches. I eat good sandwiches. I don't eat meat, so I do buy some of the I don't know, like the simulated lunch meats, which they're all right. But I don't know. For me, peanut butter and jelly. That's my jam. I like peanut butter and jelly, and the jam I like is apple jelly, not apple butter, apple jelly. That's my thing. I gotta thank basic training for that one. That kept me going. It's weird. It's weird when you're away and peanut butter and jelly just kind of makes you feel better, or made me feel better. Oh man. Yeah, not every color is in there, guys. There is a. Here you go. All right, I'll give you the list of commands. Probably shouldn't do this, but here we go. There is the list of commands. We have. I'm gonna turn these. No, whatever. Red, green, blue, pink, purple, aqua, orange, yellow, flash. We got the popo and the RGB. You can even enter in a hex color. Or you can do random. Those are the options. There we go. I sincerely hope you guys are enjoying that. I enjoyed setting it up. I'm just gonna break the stream. Oh boy, yeah. I need to make this a super chat. I really need to do. I love it. You give somebody that has epileptic seizures a hard time. Oh, let's see. Fish and antibiotics, baby. Yep. Hey, man, just trying to hook up people up. Then the comment of whatever's name has changed the lights to red. That is automated by Lumia Stream. That's not me, even though it's me saying it. Just give you guys a heads up. Yeah, the problem with ivermectin that you get usually has other stuff in it for killing bot eggs, so you probably shouldn't do that. Autocorrect sucks, yeah. I hear ya. Let's see. Market Zero said he had a reaction to a penicillin. Yeah, that's not a good thing to have a reaction to. You know, really kind of limits your options, I think. Squid Nick says, I regret buying a Tango 2. Why do you regret buying a Tango 2? I think it's a great radio. You slap that module bay in the back of it, and then it becomes an extremely versatile radio. You can do everything but, I don't know, access, but I don't know if anybody really wants to do that anymore. I have a Tango 2. I love it. I think it's a great radio. Although the radio I'm flying right now is... this one. This is the Mambo. I like the Mambo the best out of all the radios I have. It's hard to explain why. So the radio I preferred the most before this was the X9 Lite. I just like the size and the weight of it. This does the same thing, except for I like having the switches on the top. I don't really why I like this better than the X9 Lite, to be honest with you. I don't know. I just like it. It feels good. I like the radio. It is what it is. Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, you know? You just like it. TX12 was still too big for me? Oh my God. My daughter must have bigger hands than you do. She's 8. I'm not making fun of you, but the TX12 is a tiny, tiny radio. Oh, got it right here. That is a dinky little radio. Let's see. Let's do a side by side. Well, perspective's weird, but it is a very, very small radio. The Mambo is just slightly bigger than it. Not a ton, but it is a little bit bigger. Oh, the lights from Stranger Things. Athix posts up there on the Discord chat. I see what you're talking about. That's funny. I like that. Paco's Pete, thank you for answering newbie questions. Did I answer a question of yours in the chat? Oh, did I miss it? Well, yeah, Paco's. If I missed it, go ahead and post it back up. I'm sorry. Excited to see the TBS Nano Pro. I don't know. It's nothing special. It's just got a more powerful transmitter for the telemetry. XLight Pro with ELRS worked well. Yeah, I got a project coming up where I'm going to jam a one of these inside of an XLight. See how that goes. Should be fine. Excited for the Zorro. Yeah, that's about of the ones that are coming out. That's the one I'm most excited about. Jay put a video yesterday about sticky switches. Oh, cool. Good for him. Or an ELRS for my entire fleet. Yeah, so that's the big thing about ExpressLRS. So, like, I have so many radios. A, because I use them for templates to draft up grip designs. But B, I mean, I try them because why not? I got them. And then I got torn between a bunch of different protocols. Like I had D8 for the whoops. I had Tracer for the race quads. I had Crossfire for the long range. ExpressLRS is a protocol and a receiver that runs the entire gambit. Anything from, you know, a 65mm whoop to an X class. It works on everything and it works well on everything. So you don't need to switch modules around or try different things. It is the way to go, and the amount of change and improvement that's happening on it so quickly is really nice. Like, I'm trying to set up the VTX backpack function, had a little issues, went on the Discord, like Alessandro and a couple other guys are there, like boom, 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 working it out, and we got it going super quick and easy. That is another cool functionality about it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Mr. Huggy says, if you want to pack light, then you need a small bag. That way you're limited to what you can carry. Keeps the weight down. My bag is 20 liters, 3 quads, and batteries. Yeah, it's like a fish tank with fish in it. You know, bigger the tank, bigger the fish. Small bag, travel light. I have an entire like flyaway kit that I can fit my Mambo, my Orcas, a couple quads, and a bunch of batteries, and it's the Torval. Let me just grab it. It's this Torval bag. It's just a little tiny bag. Sorry about that. It's got plenty of room in it. It kind of folds out so you can get to everything in there. I just got to hang a few quads from the outside of it. This is great if I decide to like go ride the motorcycle to go someplace to go fly. This fits in the top box of my bike perfectly, and it doesn't take up much space. That is my my quick trip rip and dip bag. Doc says I will be on Tango 2 a Crossfire until all my RXs are burned out or dead. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't see a whole lot of reason to just ditch stuff that works if you're happy flying it, but I don't know if I would buy any more. Like, if you're getting into this hobby, there's a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy Crossfire. I'm like, do you really want to do that? Do you really know why you're doing that? You're just believing the hype? Like, I just wouldn't at this point. Mitch Thompson just forked Betaflight. Gonna try to fix the double ESC image bug. Hey man, go for it. I need to learn how to do that kind of stuff in GitHub. To work with another guy, try to figure out a best way to show me how to do that kind of stuff. But yeah. Lobart says, sent you a photo, a DM in Discord. Can you explain what it is for? And is that SD card? Let's see what you got here. All right, let's see. I'll put this up on the chatty screen here. Lawrence has the new Orcas. Mine will be here tomorrow. He is asking, what is this for? So this ribbon cable here is for the FPV Connect module. I'll show you what that looks like here. That I don't believe is an SD card. That is actually a locator slot for the cover. This cover is very difficult to get off my goggles. There we go. Come on. There we go. So what goes in there is this. This is the, oh, hang on. Let me go to a screen where you guys can see me. That is for this. This is the Orca FPV Connect module. This gives you like Wi-Fi connectivity, a lot of really useless features. It allows you to solder a ghost receiver to it to do the basically what ExpressLRS does. And then that there is just locating with that forward pin to align the cover. My new goggles will be here tomorrow. No, shit, it'll be here Tuesday. I forgot tomorrow's a holiday. Damn it. Whatever. But I've been rocking the HD Zero. Look at that, guys. That just looks really good. That is Cerakote. That's not vinyl. That's not, you know, that is heat baked on coating. I'm gonna have to get the new goggles done that way. Love my Orcas. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love the new ones too. Hopefully I do. Hopefully I like them. I don't know why I wouldn't. Vegemite sandwich. I heard Vegemite tastes like shit, but I've never had it. Sputnik HD camera for CineWhoop. Naked GoPro 6, Insta360 Go 2. Of the two, I would say the Naked Hero 6 is going to have the best image quality. The Insta360 Go is going to take more abuse than the Hero 6. Not much, but it's going to take more. Insta360 Go 2 is somewhat waterproof. The Naked GoPro is water nothing proof. But the Insta360 Go is going to be like, it depends what you're trying. If you're just doing CineWhoop stuff for yourself and you're not really super concerned about the image quality, you're not trying to like sell it to a company or anything like that, the Insta360 Go is like, it's a very simple solution. You just stick it on, go. It's in-body stables. I mean, it does all the stabilization itself in software. Whereas a Naked GoPro Hero 6, you're going to have to pull it out. You're going to have to run it through real steady. That's an additional cost. But the image quality, I think, is going to be better on the Hero 6. If you're going for just pure, what is the best image quality? The Hero 6. Speaking of Insta360 Go, these finally came in today, or came in yesterday. Nope, no, wrong button. Just check. There we go. That is it's a stainless steel housing for the Insta360 Go 2. It's a little on the heavy side. It's not super heavy, but it's a little. It's got a little bit of heft to it. Let me get you guys a weight here. Come on, get off there. All right, so let's just do the mount itself, not including the thumb screw and the GoPro base. Let's clear some space here. About 12 grams is what it's going to add. If you end up using the thumb screw, 20, and then like a GoPro type shoe, another 29. But most likely that's kind of how you're gonna be running it. And you could definitely go lighter than this with, you know, just using a screw and a nut instead of this big thumb screw dealy. But 20 grams. So 46.5 grams for that. Let's see, the Naked Hero 6. No mounting whatsoever. This is 28 grams. So I think you'll probably be about the same weight once you do add in a mount and the thumb screw. Thumb screw is about 8 grams. So yeah, just pick your poison. I think that this setup and this are going to be about the same weight by the time you're done. If you're going to go with a big heavy mount like this. But this is going to add a lot of protection to this. They said this was stainless steel. That is plastic AF. That's all right. That's even better. I was kind of disappointed when they said it was stainless steel. Apparently in China, stainless steel means something different. But yeah, I think that's a good option. It's definitely going to offer a little more rigidity and protection than just a standard TPU type hoop mount thing. Oof. Oh boy, where are we at? Dun, 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 dun. Robbie, thank you so much for the super chat. That integration worked out pretty good, I think. So it automatically triggers the sound, makes the lights flash, and then I still get the Streamlabs overlay with the little spinny star thing. Very nice, very nice. Where the heck am I at? Okay. Man, chat's getting away from me. For sure, we'll go super chat color change. Yeah, they just don't have that integration yet. It seems like they didn't even think about it. So it's in their things to do. Let's see. And it does queue the request. So in my my little thing here, when there's multiple requests and there's a 1 minute delay on each color request, it goes in that box there and it just stacks them. I set it to 1 minute. I should probably do more, maybe like 5 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. What do the dogs think of the lights? I don't know. You tell me. Do you think they care? Only thing they care about are dog treats. Here we go. Dogs love Sunday. But that's the next. Well, I've got so many stupid projects going on. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. But that's the next project is the automated dog dispenser, because with this program I can tie a smart switch to it, like a wall outlet switch. All I gotta do is put the dispenser on on a servo. Once the switch turns on, make it dump treats, and then for like 2 or 3 seconds, then shut off. And that can actually be controlled right now through a super chat. So, yeah. Tony Hernandez, how you doing this morning? Welcome to the live stream. Oh my God, the chat did the jumpy thing. All right. I'm getting smarter about this. I'm highlighting in the chat where I'm at. And so when it jumps, all I got to do is scroll back and I can find what I highlighted. Let's see. What do you think of the TBS Nano Pro with the 20 times power of the Nano? All right, so it's 20 times the telemetry power. So you're not going to get any more range out of it. You're just going to get telemetry farther out. Thank you. It's darts. Had to help my kids with the Switch. Everyone go like this video. Yeah, go like this video. This stuff takes some effort, you know? We love the sticks on the Mambo. I do like the gimbals on the Mambo. I didn't like them at first. I have a tub of that Niagel stuff, and Brandon Baked Beans suggested, hey, put that shit on the slider bars, and I did, and it makes it feel 100 times better. Morton says, joined early, started making lunch, and now I'm late. Nah, that's all right, guys. All right, so apparently Brian likes the background music. For me, it's background. I'm not even paying attention to what it is anymore. But hope you guys like it. Thank you. How are your Mambo shoulder buttons? Mine were fine for the first few months. Now they're sluggish and sticky. Mine were sluggish and sticky out of the box. Pulled them out again. Oh shit! I hit the keyboard. Where am I at? Okay. Mine were sluggish and sticky to start with. I pulled them apart, cleaned them with some Tri-Flow, and then slapped some of that Niagel on there, and now they are nice and crispy, the way I like them. They just need to be cleaned up. They put some really thick lubrication on them. Yeah. Let's see. Does anyone know any smokers that caught the sea? Interesting. Brandon Baked Beans, welcome. How you doing, man? Dan636 says, I have a 4-inch micro Apex with an X-Nova 1804 motors, and it feels a little underpowered. What motor would you recommend for a 310 gram all-up weight 4-inch freestyle quad? Less weight is what I recommend. Those 1804s are... I mean, for a 4-inch micro Apex, I would have thought like 1505s would have been great, but 1804s should be fine. Oh wait, 1804 kV motors. What size motors do you have on it? That's what I need to know. Reducing weight is going to always help out. Lighter VTX, lighter battery. I mean, there's a certain point where you can drop weight and milliamps of battery and get more performance out of it. If you're looking for performance, smaller battery. I don't know what battery you're throwing on it, but 310 it's a little on the heavy side. ELS will be the Swiss Army knife. I think a Swiss Army knife is kind of an insult, because I have Swiss Army knives and they don't do anything good. They just do everything. ELRS is doing everything and is doing it very well. So I see the analogy, but I don't entirely agree with it. Torval Freestyle. The Torval Freestyle bag. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, they got a whole new line of bags. I don't care about you. Yeah, this is the bag that I use for my quick rip and dip sessions. I don't use the shoulder strap because I'm not that hip looking, but I don't understand these companies are trying to make a bag for FPV drones, but then they put this old ass piece of quad on. Like every FPV backpack manufacturer puts just like the ancient like ancient quads on there, like ZMR 250s, and oh man, like get something modern, guys. Make it look like you care. I mean, this right there says, hey, we make bags, and we don't entirely know what it is that we're trying to make them for. We know we're supposed to put drones in them. We know the size of the stuff, so we're just going to use that. I mean, do you even think that's a drone they have, or do you think that... Well, there's not even motor wire on it. It's just a prop. Or do you think this is, you know, added in there in post, like photoshopped into the picture? Come on, guys. Put an effort in. Okay, so they are 1804 and they are 3600 kV motors. Gotcha. House, doing some coding type stuff. Hey, House, I found one of those LED controllers on a different website. Same exact one, but they had them in stock, so got one coming. Also, I figured I drafted up my pattern. This is chat for two. Sorry, guys. I drafted up the pattern, like the full pattern I'm going to use in Fusion, and print it out. And I used a pencil and I made my run. I can do the entire thing without ever having to cut and add wire in. We'll see if it like works out in reality, but whatever. Let's see. Where am I at? Work on some code. Oh. Brandon McBeans has a really good question on. I don't have a good answer for it. So that's why he's asking Keith Drones. Keith Drones has all the cameras out there. He asks, what do you prefer to shoot with on the Smo 4K? Which mode? 2.7 60 or 4K 30? They all look good doing the 180 shutter rule. If anybody's curious what the 180 shutter rule is, that is basically if you are shooting in 30 frames per second, you want to lock your shutter at 1/60. And if you're shooting at 60 frames per second, you want to lock your shutter at 1/120. That's what creates that that cinematic motion blur. It gives your image or your video a more pleasing look. If you let these cameras just go ham on the frame on the shutter, it's ultra sharp and jarring, and it makes it's not as pleasing to look at. It's definitely sharper, but that is not usually a good thing. Brandon, I would say for that question, and I'll obviously let Keith answer it himself. I would say, depending on what you're trying to do, if you're trying to get like a super cinematic type shot, I would say probably 4K 30, just because then you're going to be rendering it out in probably 24 frames per second or 30, which is kind of like the normal, like what everybody's used to seeing for like cinematic-y type stuff. For like quicker action, flippy floppies, 60 frames per second, I think is more appealing. But then again, that's just me. Lobart says, what's the Wi-Fi going to get me? What Wi-Fi are you talking about? What's the Wi-Fi going to get me? Explain, Lawrence. I'm not entirely sure what we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about the module thing. Okay, so the things it'll do for you is it'll let you live stream your DVR. Yeah, that's about all it does for me, I'm sure. Oh, and over-the-air updates to the firmware on the goggles. It'll do that. And yeah, that's about it. The over-the-air updates have been a big pain in the ass for me. They don't typically work because you've got to pair it to the app on your phone. The phone then connects to a lot of phones. I know it's a problem with my phone, and yeah, I get it. There's lots of different ways around it. Trust me, they don't work. The only way that I've gotten it to work is to run a VPN service. I don't want to get into that. But so the goggles will connect to the phone. So the phone's talking to the goggles through Wi-Fi. It won't connect to the internet through the cell phone part of the phone. So I can't update the goggles because the goggles need to download the firmware from the website, but it can't get to the website because the phone won't talk to the tower. It's a really weird issue. I don't think it's something that Orca really thought out. What Orca really should have done is download the firmware to the phone, then connect to the goggles and update the goggles. But whatever, I'm not a fashion tech company, whatever. Orca finally released a statement of what is new on their goggles. Congratulations, about 2 weeks late on that shit. They need to do way better on that stuff. Sorry, I owe you guys one of them. Keith Jones, depends on the end goal. Yep, that's exactly what I thought he was going to say. Let's try to catch up on the chat here. Vegemite was derived from brewer's yeast. Yep. Let's see. Heck yeah, I just need to get a set of the True-X. You know, I would like to get those. They're too expensive, and they don't... I mean, I don't need them. If anything, I'll just paint them black. I don't know. Lawrence is playing with the lights. .2004 would probably be a decent upgrade, but it depends on how much weight you're going to add. So depending on the weight of the 2004s over your 1804s, that might help out. I still think you have to take a big step back and evaluate your component choices and your battery choices. See if you can find something lighter. That would probably be the way I would go. 1804 should be just fine. 2004 I think would be better, but you kind of need to be a weight weenie on it. Vegemite spam. I've never had either one of them. The thumb screw stainless steel. Yeah, I think that might be it. Finally getting to the... Oh boy, big jump. All right, getting to some of these other chats here. Robbie says race frame. Thank you. Whoever that was, I haven't checked yet. Rick Spada says, sorry, man, I have to watch the rest of the stream. Later, gotta go. Out on a service call. Good luck, man. Have a good one. We'll see you later, Rick. Everybody, subscribe to Rick Cepeda's Discord, or join his Discord. It starts, $4.99. Why do my brand new motors show error in the motors tab in Betaflight when trying to fly? Runs like it's not getting on all cylinders and very rough running. It starts, something to check is if you're running if you have bidirectional D-shot enabled, that's where you'll get the error percent. Your firmware on your ESC may not be set up for bidirectional D-shot. Another thing that'll cause it is, well, definitely update the firmware on your ESCs if you're doing that. If you counted the motor poles incorrectly, it'll do that. It'll also cause desyncs, given the situation being bad enough. So, those are some things to look at. Lots of noise in the electrical system is another thing. Make sure you got a decent capacitor on there. Those are just some things to look at. But it sounds like it's an issue with bidirectional D-shot. If that's not helping, turn bidirectional D-shot off and see how it runs. Sadia says, I love the Insta360 Go, but I think 9x16 is weird. Recently played with streaming a fight to Instagram. Well, you just film it in 16 by 9 instead of 9x16. You can change it, Steady Eddie. You're not locked into one or the other. You can do 1x1, 9x16, 16x9. It's all just how you export it in the app, the Insta360 Studio app. Also, if you're not shooting in Pro mode, it will lock you into whatever orientation you have the camera in. So if you stick the camera on your quad like this, it's going to record in 9x16 unless you're in Pro mode. If you're in Pro mode, it does like full square frame, and then when you edit the video, or when you open the video up in the Insta360 Studio app, then you can choose 16x9, 9x16, 1x1, whatever you want. It's very picky about the shooting mode you use. Smooth motion blur is favored by YouTube's encoding. Pretty sure, yeah, it definitely makes a difference. It's been... today's actually looking... It's kind of cold and gloomy outside, but oddly enough, I have to cut the grass. My backyard is getting tall. It's still cold out. Not most of the grass isn't growing, but my backyard's getting kind of, well, it's mostly just weeds at this point. Brand Makes Seeds says, I'm retiring the Explorer this weekend. Are you just going to go fly it out until it stops? Nigel's makes things feel premium manufacturing. Used on electric carpets. Yeah, exactly. So you're retiring the Explorer. What are you replacing it with? Or are you just... Explain, Brandon. I want to know. $1505, $1507 might have more stereo volume. Yeah, I mean, for my 4-inch builds, I would go 1505, but I also build light. The Swiss love their knives. Man, this cough, man, it's never gonna go away. Using a disc golf bag for quads. I used to play disc golf a lot back in the day. I haven't played it here. There's actually a disc golf course on base, except for you just got to fight off all the snakes and spiders. And Alabama has them, lots of them, and I don't like either one of them. I took my Torval bag, but the big one, on a trip a couple weeks ago. It doesn't fit in the overhead of a commuter jet. You got to gate check it. Let's see. Where you get that Insta360 Go 2 mount, he says, Mike Bergman. Let me get you a link here, if I can. Purchase history. Here you go. I got off the old Fleabay. Mike Bergman. Oh, there you go. Stainless steel frame mount. In the fucking description. Stainless steel frame mount. Bracket set. Base new. $100% brand new. Material ABS PC 306 stainless steel. Yeah, very misleading. I probably didn't read it very well either, but you know, whatever. It comes from the usual scumbags, so you got to wait a little bit. But I think this is a good. It feels exactly like the frame that the GoPro Session 4, well, the Session and the GoPro Session 5 came in. Let's see. Chat. All right, I'm just gonna read the ones with my name highlighted on them, just so we can speed this up. Brandon McBeans, yeah, I kind of noticed that 60 frames per second, even with smooth motion blur, could still sometimes notice extra frame rate when motion transition from fast to slow. Yep. Twiffy, if you root your phone, you could probably make that all work. So Dan366, the way that I was able to make it work was by running a program called Speedify. Where's it at? They're all in alphabetical order, and you think I'd be able to find it. I think it was called Speedify. There it is. Yeah, Speedify. It allows you to set both your Wi-Fi and your cell network as the primary communication, and then it works. But that's it. Let's talk new AOS 3 toothpick. I just saw that. Let's see. I can't find a link to it. Here we go. AOS T3. I don't know what he's doing special. Not a lot of good pictures here. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of strange how the arms are set up, which, I mean, it's probably that way for a reason, but they don't come off in the traditional direction like you would expect, like that. They're kind of coming off like this. Very different. Should be interesting. By the way, these drivers right here that JB's been hawking forever, these things are total steaming piles of shit, and you should not purchase those. Do not buy them. They are garbage. If you have problems with rounding out screw heads, it's because of these garbage drivers. Don't buy them. Go to the video description, and this is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Get yourself a set of MIP drivers. These are the paragon of hex drivers. They're expensive. They look like they're garbage because they got this old school, like, clear handle. But they're what you should be getting. Sorry, a little tangent there. Tangent. Gonna move the Vista to a new Hexplorer. Oh, you're just getting a new Hexplorer. Why are you retiring the old Hexplorer for a new Hexplorer? Just curious. The new Ethics threaded props. I have not seen those. I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't seen those. I don't really know what would be the purpose of a threaded prop. Are you supposed to use it with no? Are you supposed to use them without prop nuts then? 'Cause that might be kind of cool. Except for you would have to have directional. Well, that wouldn't work. You'd have to have directional motors then, because I don't know. Somebody drop a link to the threaded props. I can't seem to find them real quick here. Asymmetrical layout irks me. Yeah, something's weird. Good, Bob Noxious. That's gross. Honestly, I miss the winter times. Ninja Star config has same resulting torque, but at the expense of a longer arm. Brandon McBean's old Heck has a cracked lower midplate. 4 motors have thrash bearings. ESC has been rebooting on rough lane as well. Okay, well, that's a good reason. Sounds like you have used that quad up. Oh, threaded box. Threaded, it's a decent service. If you're looking for FPV swag, there's two good options. There's FPV Lux, and then there's FPV Crate's threaded bag. They both use the exact same brand of shirt, so the quality of the shirt is it is what it is. I like them. They fit right, and they don't really shrink that much. I like the shirts they're using. It's like a tri-blend. I think we're talking about threaded service. They sent me one to look at, which was nice. I liked it. This is a Team Black Sheep threaded shirt. FPV Crate has worked with Team Black Sheep before on on their giveaway boxes. So they worked for a while. If you're a big boy, oh, look at that, they fixed. Oh, there we go. If you're a big boy, you're gonna be paying a hefty tax. That sounded wrong, but yeah, you do pay more if you're one of the triple XL guys, which I don't know. I mean, costs more material, I guess. And then you've got FPV Lux is the other shirt service. Next month is the Joshuaist of Bardwell's. They do sell their designs afterwards, though, so that's kind of cool. How much is these? These is $20, $18.99, so slightly cheaper. Same exact quality shirt. Pick your poison. I have nothing negative to say about either one of them. They're both. It's a printed shirt. They look good. So yeah. Speedy Turtle's still just lurking in the shadows. Well, Speedy shadows. What's the number for the Nia gel you're using? Good question. I don't remember, but I can look it up right here. NYO gel. It is 767A. There is there is a link for it right there. One Vision Arrow just forwarded the email to you about the threaded props. Check it out. Let's see what we got here. Got the GIST mails. Oh, I got you. Threaded. Yeah. It's not actually threaded props. It's all right. Okay, guys. So today we're going to get rid of that the December FPV Sub 250 crate. I'm going to spin the wheel here and probably, let's say, I don't know, 11:15. I've got 34 entries if you guys haven't entered yet. And if you're a patron, just go to Patreon. I posted the link in there. Or if you're not a patron, go check out that video, and the link is hidden in the video somewhere. Get yourself signed up real quick. Bob Noxious, yeah, living in South Carolina, we don't see a lot of it, but every once in a while, yeah. Does South Carolina shut everything down and go into a panic state when there's an inch of snow on the ground, or you guys learn to live with it a little bit? Here, if it snows, like, it's a state of emergency. People lose their ever-loving minds. Morton says he thinks he's entering. Oh, let's get this wheel up here. All right. So here's what they're referring to. So the props in there are the S5 props, the mid edition sticker sheet, and the big fat chicken shirt, pigeon shirt. I don't know. Kind of neat. I like that shirt. It's not a black shirt, which is nice. It seems like a lot of the FPV apparel is always black. It's hot as hell here, so I don't like it. Used to live in Slidell. Yeah. It don't snow there very often. Do I have an affiliate for FPV Lux? No, I do not. I just purchased them because I like the product. All right. Let's see what else I got. Oh. Got this guy, the Betalight FPV radio tree. This one has ExpressLRS inside of it, and a little PSA for you folks. If you're considering getting this radio, it does have external module bay, which you're thinking, hey, this is gonna be the best of both worlds. I have ExpressLRS inside, and I might have everything else outside. Unfortunately, this, at least right now, only works with Crossfire protocol, so you will be able to use Tracer, Crossfire, and ExpressLRS in the back of it. It does not support just serial output for like XJT, XJT Lite, PPM, multi-protocol modules. I have asked my contact over at Beta FPV if this is just an oversight or if they're going to actually make it so it works with all the other protocols. I haven't heard back yet. Hopefully they make it work for everything. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. Again, I don't know the technical inside specs of it, but all the pins are there. Literally, all these modules use 3 pins: power, ground, and serial. So they're all there. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose to do that. I don't know if they're trying to make it so they don't compete with themselves, because they do have another version of this radio that has the FR Sky. I think it has a 4-in-1 inside of it. I'm not sure. It might just be the CC2500 inside of it. And that one will do, supposedly will do everything through the back of it. I'm not sure 100% on that, but that's what I'm hearing. Weird decisions. Also, I have their new 1 watt. Oh, that's their prototype 1 watt. I have their new 1 watt module here. This is actually a very, very cool module.
Welcome to Mambo.
It has the graphical OLED. All the fun stuff on it. This one does have the VTX backpack function. What is VTX backpack? Well, it allows you to change channels on your VRX over Wi-Fi. I also have a TBS Fusion module in my goggles and have been able to flash that to use their VRX backpack firmware with no additional hardware. It is a little fiddly to set up because you do have to solder FTDI to it for the initial flash. After that, you can update it over Wi-Fi ever more until you, unless you bork it or something. So on my radio, if I turn the radio on, go to the VTX function, set my channel to R8, it'll change my goggle module to R8, and then when I plug in my quad, the quad will go to R8, or if it's already plugged in, it'll go to R8. So they all follow what I set on the transmitter. Very cool function. If you have a standard RX5808 or one of the rapid fires, you will need one of these little guys. This is a EP86, tiny little board. This gets soldered to, I think, the clock, power, and ground, and like one other pin on your module, and then you can use this. Additionally, you can just solder a EP2 to your goggle module, and that'll work as well. Working with Alessandro over one of the devs for ExpressLRS, trying to get the homemade, the DIY slim ExpressLRS modules to work with the VTX backpack function, and we got it. Oh, I shown the wrong side of the board. It's actually a very simple upgrade. Just using a Happy Model EP2. You could use any ExpressLRS receiver, but I went with EP2 just because they'd be tiny and cheaper than everything else. I'm unscrewing the case. Hang on a second, guys. Let me show you. All right, so inside of here, see now there's a EP2 receiver soldered into it. That there serves as the Wi-Fi backpack function. So now I have added the Wi-Fi backpack functionality to an older receiver or older transmitter that didn't originally have that functionality. Super easy to set up. It flashes over Wi-Fi just like anything else, and it works just the same as like the Happy Model or the Beta FPV that come with the Wi-Fi backpack soldered or built directly into the board. Works exactly the same. Very easy setup. Look for a video on that coming out soon. Got a lot of projects going, guys. All right, back to the shots. Eric Allen, yo, IP, it did hold and killed 9, low 9. Are you drunk or did you have a stroke, Eric? I don't know what that is. Or is your cat walking on the keyboard? I've had that one before. Expander says why they make these modules stick out so freaking much. What are we talking about? The modules. Which modules? Like the Crossfire? They want to be seen, you know? It's not function over form, it's form over function sometimes. OCD, things are going all right so far. Well, they're going very well so far. I love the live stream stuff. All right, guys, if you haven't gotten in the December giveaway, I'm shutting that down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for everybody who entered. These are always kind of fun. If you didn't get in on the sub 250 crate giveaway, a couple ways you can do it. The easiest way is become a patron for as little as $2 a month. I put the link in Patreon, so you guys don't have to hunt for it. Or you just got to find the link in the video. It's not go click on the link and do the easy thing. You have to actually watch the video and type the link into your internet browser of choice. Trust me, it's a simple link. I don't make it that hard. But here we go. Somebody, you know what I'm going to ask. Give me a time. 10 to 50. ELRS JR Bay modules, I don't know. These aren't really sticking out that far. This one has a fan in it, so it kind of has to. Whoa. The auto thing don't like that. So this one kind of has to. It has a fan in it. There's also a big-ass heat sink in there to kind of dissipate the heat, because that one will go to 1 watt. That makes for some hot. Some very hot. Let's see if I got a picture of the insides of this guy. Here we go. So this is what's inside of there. That is a bunch of heat stinkage, along with a bunch of dip switches. People are like, oh, wait, no, actually, that's not the right one. This is the one here. So, big old heat sink on top of the power amplifier, and on the other side of the board, we have a bunch of dippy switches, and the reason for the dip switches is there's a bunch of different stuff inside of this, and to flash each different module, each different section of the board through one USB port, you have to have the switches. So these 2 up will flash the LRS module, these 3 up will flash the VTX backpack, and then these 2 up just puts it in normal mode. But for flashing over Wi-Fi, it does not matter where the dip switches are. So if you see dip switches and think, oh, hey, 2017's back, there's a reason for this. It's there for a reason. And this thing works great. All right, Morton Upshot. First one on the comment there for a big old 4 and a 2. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm going to spin the wheel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you all for entering. I don't know why I'm thanking you. I'm giving you shit. Thank me. Nah, I'm not like that. But I appreciate you all being here. Oh, hacking up a freaking lung. Try flying an airplane with the lady that's double bagged next to you. You got a cough like that. It's gonna be Joel Lankford, it's gonna be Athex. Which one will it be? Oh, I think it's gonna be Athex. Athex, congratulations! You are the proud owner of a outdated flight controller that nobody should buy. But hey, it's a free flight controller. So, congratulations, Athex. You are now the owner of a F411 flight controller. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm not super excited about this last FPV crate. I think it's the first one I've actually left a negative-ish review on. Just not happy with it. I don't know. But anyways, congratulations to Athex. If you guys want to join my Patreon, click that link there, or click the link in the video description. Join Patreon, $2 a month. Get you in on that. And I'm also giving away, what am I giving away this month? A Darwin FPV. Baby Ape. I'm giving away a Baby Ape this month. Last month I gave away an entire DJI ready to fly long range setup to one of my patrons. Don't need to be a patron to enter, but that's where you're going to find the link the easiest. So for anywhere from $2 to $5 a month or more, I mean, if you want to give me more, that'd be awesome. But anyways, Baby Ape's going to be this month. Plus, the patrons also get access to the special Patreon section of my Discord. You guys may not know I even have a special Patreon section. It is here. It's only 2 groups, but these guys, the Troubleshooting and the General, they get
my attention first before anybody else. Not that I don't go in the general chat, but this is, I mean, I feel like I owe it to you guys to definitely be in there. And you get a little bit more insight into the background, things going on with me, with the channel. A little more personal there, just because, I don't know, you guys aren't randos to me. You guys are friends and family. Oh, not disappointed this month, says Morton Upshot, even though it passed slowly over my slots. I don't know what that means. Sounds weird. Bob Knox says it was one of my favorite reviews. Why? I'm curious. Like, I mean, I feel like it was kind of like the same as everything. Oh, I got a really good review coming out for the Ronin FPV Mark II frame. This guy here. I put some freaking effort into this thing. I was talking to the owner, super cool guy, really, really passionate about this hobby. This, if you are gonna dabble into building a 4-inch and you're not super pro, I still need to ask questions type, you know, you're trying to ask questions and try to figure out how to build, this might be the frame to build. The biggest reason why, and you'll see it all in the review, is every bit of it. He has an entire build log, tuning log, everything about how he built this, how he tuned this. Anti-crawlers, what the frick was that? That was weird. Everything about how he built it, tuned it, everything is there. Like, this is follow along type stuff. And in general, it's just a pretty damn cool frame. OCDFCD did the craze and didn't add up to me anymore. Love not knowing what was going on at Christmas, but just wasn't adding up anymore. Yep. Family Guy, I sent you a picture. Need you to come over with your shovel. Yeah. All right, so let's go up to the chat. What do we settle on? Everybody says 5-inch race frame. Let me go grab that frame. So the race frame this month will be this guy here. This is the Pyrocube. It is a 5-inch, stop focusing on me, 5-inch box frame. If you've never flown a box frame, you owe it yourself to do it. These things are awesome, especially if you do a lot of mid-airs. This thing survives, nobody else does. 5-inch box frame. This will do 20 by 20 and 30 by 30. It's an interesting setup because the ESC goes kind of in the basement. Flight controller and all your other garbage goes up on top. Has a mount for a flip stick. You just gotta put a stick in there. Piece of PTFE tubing seems to work really well. So yeah, that'll be the giveaway. $5 super chat gets you on the wheel. Let's make another wheel here, and you got to cover shipping. Just putting that out there before anybody gets too crazy with it. Lawrence says he's in. He says he's in. I believe him. Lawbart, you are on the wheel for one. There you go. Yep, I got you, Lawrence. And we'll draw that at noon, just before JB starts. Let's see. Family Guy says, "Damn it, yeah, the snow in the south, crazy." Your neighbors have a snowball already. It's funny watching cities in the south plow snow. Like, I'm from Michigan, so like if there aren't sparks flying, you ain't plowing. It starts. He's in. He's always in. You know who I haven't seen in the chat in a while? I have not seen Rob Logan Jr. It's been a while. I don't know how he's doing. I might need to message him, see how he's doing. I haven't seen him in a while. Speedy says, over in the PP. To be doing stuff in the PP. That's a little delayed. Not gonna lie, that's a little delayed, but whatever. That's cool. Still works. Let's see. Where's the link with the drivers? The orange gel how? I can't find them. They should be in the video description. I think it's that Amazon link. I might need to fix that. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. It's that Amazon link that's in the video description. Let's see. There you go. Fix that. Toxic. 2 to play. You're in. And I will be shuffling all these. I probably should have said that in the beginning. Paul McDonald. In. Thanks for the great streams. Oh, thank you, man. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. All right. Paul McDonald got you in there. I hope you guys like the light thing and it doesn't like it seem gimmicky. I enjoy it. I want to make it more interactive for you. That's the thing I really like about the Discord streams is it's super interactive because you've got everybody talking in there. It does get a little chaotic from time to time. This is just something that I don't know. Plus with Discord, you know, you can go do other shit while you're doing the Discord stuff. Just do the audio. You know, you can go work on a quad. Whereas here, you got to be kind of like watching the stream and clacking away on the keyboard, you know? Just saying. All right. Gotcha, Speedy, for 1 entry there. Gotcha for Speedy. Bob Noxious, $10 on the wheel for 2. Thank you so much. Let's get this going. I love racing box frames. So my backup quad uses this frame. My current main quad is using the Leggero, same designer. This is by, I think it's Southeast FPV. They sold this design to Pyrodrone. They sold this design to Diatone. So Diatone is making this frame now. I need parts for it. They're very durable, but I crashed hard on concrete with that one. I broke an arm and broke a strut. It just kind of sucks, but whatever. Brian Huff on the wheel. Thank you so much. And then my current testing quad is a 533 switchback, just like every person out there, with Shark Fart. I'm telling you guys, I'm not building another analog race quad ever again. It is all going to be Shark Bite. It was so much better. Like, so the race that I flew with my first Shark Bite race quad about a month ago, super foggy, super windy, and I had no problem seeing where I was going. The picture was awesome. I did crash that quad really hard into some wet grass. Morton Upshot, got you on the wheel for 1. Thank you so much. Bite my shiny metal app. I love it. Love Futurama, one of my most favorite series. Steady Eddie, got you in there for 1. So I crashed the quad really hard into some really tall wet grass, and the VTX kind of went out. That sucks. So I had to get my analog backup quad, and I was just like, ooh, this sucks. Fortunately, that VTX, that Shark Bite VTX was fine. I came home, started cleaning up, found a piece of wet grass bridging across the MIPI connector, which caused all sorts of chaos, but it works fine. As soon as it cleaned up, dried out, works fine. Let's see. Brandon Baked Beans asks, you done with analog except for whoops? Still want to part that Acroby Pro. Totally forgot about that Acroby Pro. No, I'm not done with analog. Analog's always got its place. I still race with analog. I'm not building any more analog quads, but I still am definitely using them. Whoops. The digital systems are still just way too heavy for whoops. To me, each quad has a purpose. They can't be just a jack of all trades, because then they are, what, a master of none? You can put digital in a whoop. It just ain't gonna fly worth a shit. It's gonna fly like a heavy whoop. I want a very light quad for flying a whoop. Ricardo Ferreira says, do you think someday HD0 gear will cost similar to analog gear? It won't. No. Analog's been out for far longer. They've had the ability to get their cost and size down. At some point, if analog stops, the digital stuff might get cheaper, but I don't see it being the same price. It'll always be a little bit more. Plus, we're also going through this like weird chip thing where everything is more expensive. And it's just like, you know, when there's a gas shortage, you know, like, oh, we're going to have to raise gas 50 cents. Don't worry. Once the shortage is over, it'll go down. I can see you dress as Bender for Halloween. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm not a Halloween person. I like Halloween just for my daughter, but I don't do the Halloween thing. It's too much work. What I mean, I would love to print like a Star Wars like Stormtrooper type thing, and I always think about like, oh, that'd be awesome, but really, I have very little time between all this YouTubey stuff and everything else. It's just not a thing. OCD FB says we're making lunch. Entering the wheel thing again. How many? $5, and we're gonna do the race frame. This one, and you can get this thing down if you use aluminum hardware. Really lightens things up. Personally, I'd say go 20 by 20 on it if you're gonna do it. Let's go ahead and end this poll here. Yeah, once prices go up, they stay up. Why wouldn't they? Even if it's because manufacturing costs went up, they're going to keep their price up if manufacturing prices go down to make up the difference to get back on plane with where they were. Market Zero, I'm still paying fuel surcharge for Rumpke Trash Service since 2008. Yeah. It bothers me. My car, my little 06 Volkswagen Jetta runs on diesel, runs on dinosaur farts. The price of diesel is so much more expensive than it should be because there's a ton of road tax in it for the destruction that semis do. So I'm certainly not making that much of an impact. But hey, it's a small price to pay for 50 miles per gallon. Don't sleep on diesel, guys. Get an old-ass diesel car. I sold my wife's old 03 Jetta with the 5-speed diesel, or a 5-speed manual diesel engine. Had 325,000 miles on it. Still going strong. We replaced it with a 2011 Volkswagen Touareg TDI, another diesel car. It's hard to tell that car's a diesel. And that thing has been an emissions nightmare since we bought it 2 months ago. Yeah, all the emissions systems fucking suck. Keith Jones says, I can't get Super Chat to work. If you guys can't get Super Chat to work and you want to get on the live streamy type thing, or the wheel, go to tweetfb.com and hit the PayPal button. That's another way to do it. By the way, just throwing this out there, YouTube takes 30%. I don't care. That's fine. It gives me this platform so I can be virtual friends with all you guys and help you guys out. Brandon McBean, since Dinos fuel days are numbered, our new car will be electric. I think that's a product of where you live. I don't see that being the case. Where's that electricity come from, my friend? Coal? Really? 636. Okay, I might be just going off some bad gouge, but you might be right. I really haven't looked into it. Yeah, diesel used to be dirt cheap. It was way, way cheaper than gasoline. Right up till about the day I bought that car, and then I flipped. I also do have a Duramax OCD FEV. So I've got both ends of it. I got the super efficient diesel car, and I've got the not efficient at all diesel truck. The truck is literally for work, not like work, but like hauling horses and farm equipment around. I rarely drive. I drive it maybe once a month just to keep it moving, but I don't ever drive it. Yeah. I know. I mean, I see a lot of posts about like anti-electric cars. What happened? And one of them kind of made me think, but I'm sure it was there to make you think. Traffic jam. You get stuck in like these 4 or 5 hour traffic jams in the middle of the summertime. What happens when your electric car runs out of electricity? Like a gas car runs out of gas, you put more gas in. Gas car runs out of electricity, or electric car runs out of electricity. You've got to charge it up remotely. But how long does it take? I mean, I don't know the answers to these things. It's just something I was thinking about. How long does it take to charge it back up to, you know, a viable amount so you can get somewhere? Hydrogen fuel cars, I know they've been trying that for a while. It just never seems to stick. A lot of large corporations like UPS and things like that, they're buying hydrogen and natural gas vehicles. I think it's mostly probably for a tax write-off, but I don't know that for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you live in if your worldview of getting an electric car, you also live in a city where there's tons of electric everything. That's very different than, you know, if you live in a place where it's 45 minutes to the first store. Also, if you live in the north, electric cars aren't very efficient in the north because they have to consume electricity to keep them warm, to make them work. So, I mean, your efficiency changes based on the time of year too. I mean, if we're looking at efficiency, then why aren't we going to nuclear? No? Oh, people don't like the word. You're also coming from a standpoint where I bet you don't work on your own vehicles either, Brandon. And I don't mean that as dig. You probably don't work on your own vehicles. I work on my own vehicles because I am not paying somebody to work on them. Because A, they usually do a shitty job. And if you're a mechanic out there, I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to insult you, but every time I've trusted somebody else to work on a vehicle of mine, they just straight it up every single time. It's hard to find good mechanics. And if you're one of the good ones, you're probably well paid and you're employed. Keith Drones says PayPal worked. Where is my thing? I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. You just got to weigh them out for yourself. Keith Drones on the wheel for 2. All right, Keith Drones on the wheel for 2. Thank you. Level 3 charging is like 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I looked into it a little bit. Dial-up says like sell cars for a living. Okay. Flash turbo quad. That's kind of the. I know it was a post just to try to irritate people, but that was kind of like what they were getting into. Level 2, one in garage is like 9 hours. Is level 2 110 or is that like a 240 outlet type deal? Problem with hydrogen is the quantity it takes to get the same energy. Oh. Drop range 20% for winter driving. Good to know. The problem with gas is the cancer. Do you drink or smoke? If you drink or smoke, then do you care? Put it all in perspective. Ford did a nuclear car in the 60s. Oh, God, that would be awful. Brandon Bakeman says, I was a mechanic all through college. Okay. Tyler D, how you doing? Brake dust is bad or worse than exhaust emissions. You know, I know my shit. I can see the future. I don't know, Brandon. I respect your opinion and your thoughts. It seems like a lot of people's. This is a really shitty generalization that I'm just seeing just from my perspective. I'm not putting a ton of effort into it, but it seems like people's thoughts and opinions on these topics depend on the environment in which they live. If you're living in a city, it seems like people are gung-ho as shit about electric cars. If you live out in the sticks, people don't, again, this is a gross generalization. It doesn't seem to be as popular of an idea. Trust me, I want an electric car. I've wanted a Tesla for a long time, but I start looking into the failures, the things that have to be done to them, the absolute of a dealership network. No, I'm sorry, can't call them a dealership. Like, just to, like, if you wanted to do anything to something like a Tesla, you can't do it. From what I'm understanding, for the most part, like their dealerships kind of suck. Everything in California causes cancer. Well, that's true. In community college, I worked at a performance shop doing bolt-on and service stuff. My wife took all your tools. That sucks. Tao Edith says, I turn wrenches on cell towers. Don't buy a Tesla. Dollop says, well, what's another viable option for an electric car? I liked the idea of the Chevy Volt for a long time. I know a bunch of people I work with have Teslas, and they love them, but then again, they also tell me what their payments are, and I'm like, holy shit, you better love it. That is ridiculous. Charge range, basic kilowatt. Mike Bergman, that's not even an opinion. That is a statement of fact. I've heard a lot of experts talk about on the subject of nuclear power, and it is the most efficient, viable option. Just people are scared of the word nuclear, just because of the few disasters that there have been throughout history. I don't know. They are so heavy you have to generally replace tires once a year. Oh, never thought about that. Dan626 says, I live in the sticks. I wouldn't mind an electric car. The tech isn't there yet, IMO. That's why I don't buy. It does kind of seem like almost like you're buying beta tech. Like, it's, I don't know. It's just, it seems like everybody's just jumping into it. Give it another 10 years for it to really kind of like work its way out. Like, is there different charging standards for each car? That's a good question. Does it depend on your car based on how you plug it in to charge it? Because every gasoline car has the same charging interface. It's a nozzle that goes into the damn tank and you pull the handle. They're all the same. If this is like everything else and everybody has their own proprietary tech and this car can't charge at this place and this car can't charge at that place, that's going to be an issue until they can all settle their and come up with a universal standard that every person can just stop at the same station and charge up whatever car they have. That's going to be an issue. They may have it. I have no idea. This is a stream of thoughts coming out. Sorry, guys. Typically 220 charge at level 2. Yeah, a buddy of mine had an electric car and he was charging it up off like a 110. He said it took like days to charge it. And if it was in the wintertime, it you consumed more electricity to charge the car than it did, or to keep the car warm, like where it's supposed to be, than what, like, it was only like a few miles an hour it was getting. Yeah, the build quality of Teslas is hot garbage. That is a fact. Just look at them. I'll never own a Kia or a Hyundai. They all have one. Okay. It was called a Nucleon. Let's look this thing up. I gotta see this. Nucleon Ford. Oh my god! It looks like something out of Fallout. This has got to be just. That is crazy. It's exactly what I thought it would look like. Look at the freaking wings on it. That's kind of funny. Only Tesla has their own. Okay. Well, who has the best infrastructure for charging? Is it Tesla or is it everybody else, or is there neither one good nor one not good? Like we have electric hybrid vehicles at work. They're Chevy minivan. No, they're Chrysler minivans, and literally, if you're driving on all electric, it's like 10 miles, and then the electric's done. It's like, what is the point of this? It's stupid. Battery tech is in there, 10-year. Yeah, it's still, you know, it's still what I'm flying my Nano long range with. I currently think PHEV is the way to go. 50-mile range on electric, then dyno juice. That's what I'm saying. I think that strikes a good balance. Like, that's why the Chevy Volt was always like that. That was really appealing to me. You've got the electricity when you, for the most part, and then you run out of that, you're not hooped. You got dyno juice to go off of. But I know that there was reliabilities with those vehicles. Big surprise. It was like a first gen of everything's kind of weird. They use the same connect as everyone else, but don't allow other. Well, that's kind of shitty. Electric car produce gasoline engine. I think lithium-based electric vehicles is the future. Interesting stats. And it sucks. Like if you're trying to look up like what the lifelong carbon footprint of an electric car is versus a gas car, you could look at two different sites. They're all citing information, and they're both completely contradictory to each other. It sucks trying to find reliable information. Brad McBean says 20 years ago I was into nitro RC stuff. Once brushless and lithium batteries tech took off, it was dumb to stay in nitro. Only thing preventing the transition passenger cars is money and politics. You are not wrong there. You hit the curb hard with a Tesla. It just says shut down, I'm told. I don't know if that's a fact. I had a Kia Forte, put 150,000 miles on it, and never once did anything but put tires and oil changes. Yes, Speedy. So there's a misconception right there. A lot of people are like, I had this Ford F-150, put 150,000 miles on it, didn't do a damn thing to it. There's a lot of shit you should have been doing to it that entire time. There is a lot of stuff you should have been doing to it. Vehicles now have a very long range of not doing anything to them. You can go forever without doing anything to them. And then all of a sudden, you're going to have to do a ton of shit to it. It's all stuff that should have been nickel and diming you the entire time you've owned it, but you just haven't. But I, in general, do not like anything about Kia vehicles. Personal preference, though. That's all. Yeah, most Kias I experience are hot garbage. But they will go forever, but they will limp to forever. Like they've gone downhill fast, but you can just keep on riding them. It says depends on. I live in nowhere, British Columbia, and chargers absolutely everywhere. Yeah, see, like I'm in southern Alabama, and I know of one Tesla supercharging station in the freaking ghetto, which I wouldn't go there. But I don't really see a lot of. I don't see support by a lot of small businesses or even large businesses for EV charging. If they did, there would be preferred parking and there would be EV chargers up near the building, but I don't see that. Only brakes I've seen last for 150,000 miles. That's crazy. Most of this, so yeah, there's one in town that I know of, and it's near like an old defunct Target and like a Cracker Barrel, something like that. It's really weird. I think battery fires are definitely, like, whenever they happen, the media goes nuts over them, but I don't think they happen all that much. Again, I'd have to look that one up. Yeah, I would agree with you, Dial Up. If I was going to look at an electric car, I might look at a Hyundai. But I don't know. There's a YouTube channel called Regular Car Reviews, and a buddy of mine had a Kia Soul, and I was ragging him on it for it because it's a dumb fucking car. And if you have one, I'm sorry, you bought a dumb car. And literally 2 days after I was telling him my thoughts on the Kia Soul, Regular Car Reviews put out a review of a Kia Soul, and it is the funniest shit I have ever seen. You've got to watch it. Right, Dial Up. You sell them for a living. Yeah, I used to work on John Deere for a living, and guess what? I bought one. I bought 2 of them. I absolutely love them. I think they're great. Watch, everybody's gonna say Deere's garbage. Well, guess what? It's all the same, different color. Timing belt, 100K. Yeah, that's the deal with my Jettas. It's a timing belt at 100,000 miles, or you're playing Russian roulette with that engine. And then you also have to have the software to time the injection. Otherwise, that's the difference between getting 30 miles to the gallon or 55. If you're buying a Jetta, like this is my opinion when people ask me about, hey, I want to buy a diesel Jetta so I can get fuel efficiency. I'm like, okay, are you going to do the timing belt yourself? I'm like, no. I'm like, then just buy a Honda Civic. Because the money you're going to spend in doing that timing belt change and then all the other garbage in between, you're not going to make, it's not going to be worth it. It's like people putting $600 into a taller 5th gear conversion. It's like, you're going to have to drive that car for 250,000 miles to make up that little bit of difference. So back to, I think where this started is this 2011 Touareg. Like, I'm used to my 03 and my 06 Jetta, my Silverado. I can do everything on it. It's super simple. This Touareg is far too complex, especially with the dev system and the particulate filters. It is nothing but a pain in the butt, and I'm starting to like dig into it a little bit. I have all the VAGCOM software to work on Volkswagen. I've been doing it forever. It's awfully complex. Like, the reason why I think my Volkswagens are lasting 300,000+ miles is because they're very easy to work on. They're not super easy, but they're easy enough. It's very average mechanic friendly. But I don't think this Touareg's going to be. Yeah, I saw that OCD. I saw that road trip thing. Let's see. All right, guys, we're gonna spin the wheel here in about 5 minutes. If you want to get in on the Super Chat giveaway, $5 Super Chat for the Pyro Cube 5-inch race frame. Super Chat or PayPal. If you do PayPal, make sure you tell me. Yeah, Regular Car Reviews has some epic videos. I think his best videos are all the motorcycle ones. Like he did one on a Ducati 969 that is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, I worked for a Deere dealer for about 7 years before I joined the Coast Guard. And I did field service, ag, CNCE, did everything. I like them. I mean, it's all nuts and bolts. Suck, bang, blow. Shit goes round and round. Helicopters aren't much different than a combine. Still remember the stupid Kia commercials for the Soul with the dumb gerbils or hamsters, where the hell they were. That shit was so stupid. Yeah, the Touareg we bought was from a Kia dealership. I swear to God, they got the car in, they washed it, cleared codes, and sold it. Within 300 miles, I had 5 different emissions codes. They basically told us, go get effed. I mean, there was broken glass behind the seats. Like, they said they detailed it. There's crayons, pencils, broken glass. We found the registration and insurance of the last owner in it. It's like, you guys fucking suck. All right, so I'm going to put you on blast. Team Gunther in Daphne, Alabama. You fucking suck. You're the worst dealership I've ever dealt with. This is for you. Nobody's watching. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. But had to get that out there. It's a terrible dealership. Soul's not a good car. Yeah, Family Guy ever. Me too. I hear you. So a buddy of mine had a old Ford Taurus SHO with the Yamaha derived V6 that was in it. That car was freaking nuts. That was a nuts car. I know you. I think you showed me the poster that you have with the hamsters or the gerbils or whatever they are. Oh, I got to clean the gerbil cages today. Ugh. Insane fees. Yeah, I think so too. It had 100,000 miles on it, so the price was right. We test drove one of those, and we test drove a couple Tiguans. The Tiguans were not good. I didn't really like them. Test drove an Atlas. Really liked the Volkswagen Atlas. Just way too expensive. Way too expensive. But the TDI, keep it in with diesel. It's a nice vehicle. It's far nicer than either one of us deserve. They're hamsters. Okay, yeah, I know it's hamsters. I think you posted the picture of the full size cutout. I think Kia would like to forget that ever happened. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, gas, reliable, space. Found a large bag of meth in the car I used last. Oh boy. Then you have to sold it. Funny story. So when you come into work every day, you got to check all the toolboxes, make sure all the tools are there from the shift before you, make sure they didn't screw you over. I came in, I was on the night shift. I'm checking one toolbox. Everything's good. Check the next toolbox. I open the top drawer, and there's a big bag of white crystallized shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it says faux crystal meth. And I'm like, I'm just going to close this drawer and walk away really slowly. They had police dogs there doing exercises trying to find drugs. Did not know that was there. That was kind of weird. Kind of weird. Let's see. Dan 66 always like Suzuki, but then that R1 came out. God, it was just so weak. Volvo has always made very high mileage vehicles. I don't know how reliable they are. I feel like a Volvo owner is one of the dealer's best friends. Like, you know. All right, guys, we're going to close this down. It's coming up on noon. We'll make way for the Bardiest of Wells. Let's go ahead and shuffle this thing. Someone give me a time. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to pick one. Let's see. Customize. Let's go. 16 seconds. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Good luck. Who's it gonna be? Ooh, I think it might be Keith Jones. Keith Jones, congratulations! You won yourself a frame. Hit me up over on Patreon or Discord. No, over on Discord. Yeah, hit me up on Discord to get your address. I probably have your address actually, but anyways, I will get that sent over to you. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for coming out. I really enjoyed the little car discussion at the end there. I don't mean to disparage or put anybody down. Unless you own a Kia Soul, then I'm sorry that you messed up. You're never going to change my mind on that one. But there's lots of opinions, and people will die on their opinion about things like that. And I just want to say, keep an open mind. And keep an open mind on either side of the subject, whether you agree, disagree, or just in the middle and don't know. I'm in the middle and don't know. There's a lot of different options out there, and there's a lot of data that contradicts other data. Let's keep that in mind. Like, try searching for your point of view, then try searching against your point of view. Guess what? You're going to find a fucking answer for both of those. Oh, you guys won. There you go. Sorry. I do like the idea of electric car. I want one, but I also see a lot of things that make me not want one. Brandon, I know you say you want one, or you see it's going to be the future. I don't disagree with you. I do see it becoming a major part of the future, especially as auto manufacturers and politics get involved in the fray. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for coming out. It is noon where I'm at. I'm hungry. The dogs are tired of being here listening to me yammering on. They want some treats. I hope you guys like the interactive light thing. Somehow we ended up on blue. I'll get back to where I belong. Right there. There we go. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging this morning. I really appreciate it. This is the best part of my week. Ton of fun. It's the only thing I set an alarm clock to. Just put that in perspective, guys. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Hit me up. Discord, Patreon. Get in on the monthly giveaways. tweefv.com. There's all sorts of links in there. And I will see you all next time. Stay tuned for Bardwell. Stay positive. Forgot to say that. Stay positive, guys. We'll see you next time.